Hey guys, I'm Foda.
I'm Evex, Toa Fire.
And I am Toalu.
My name's Dr. Oral.
And as always, I'm Bionicle Titan.
And today we're reviewing this mock called Little Brother Self Mock Kentrid by Anaru LST.
Yeah, cool mock, man.
I think it looks good. I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It says little brother, and it really does make me think of that kind of thing. Even though it's like a normal sized mock, I just kind of, it's like, oh, it's like a little brother.
Yeah.
It does
I
give off
don't
that.
get how you see that.
I don't know. It's just a kind of feeling thing you get here.
Yeah, I always like, more regular sized mocks as opposed to like the ginormous ones.
Humanoid, more realistic.
Yeah,
Yeah, more just average Toa sized ones.
Yeah. Alright, well, first of all, the color scheme, I really like it. I like the orange with the black.
The accents of blue work okay.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit shaky with the orange, but in this I like it.
yeah, it gives off a very Halloween-esque vibe
Yeah.
to it.
Alright, again, we're going to start with the legs. Pretty standard. Basic Vaki legs on the lower legs.
Yeah, they're very
Highlight.
basic. So for the lower legs, it might be basic, meaning Vahi legs with the one piece for orange. It's
Mhm.
basic, but still looks pretty good. I mean,
Yeah,
it actually has color. It's not just one simple joint.
yeah.
Some
Yeah.
mocks
So-
work really well with basic.
Yeah,
Mhm. And then we're moving up to the upper leg.
yeah.
It gets more technic and complex. I really like it.
Which
Me
is
too.
amazing.
I like it.
Hmm.
If you look at the very back of the mock, it's mainly just black and some orange.
Yeah,
I like
Not so
I like
good.
how they use the pins on the side there to widen the leg joint there.
Yeah, that's pretty
yeah. It
good.
was a good tactic.
Uh-huh.
So lower legs, they Nika armor shell,
Hmm.
which is sticking with the very basic look to the mock, which, of course, it's carried out throughout the mock. It looks very, very basic.
Yeah,
Which there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's a mock. It needs a very basic format to kind of form itself. It's pretty good. Yeah.
yeah. All right. Moving on to the arms. Lower arms, pretty basic still.
I don't like the way the hands attach. I'm just never. I mean, it's been done before, and I really don't like it when that happens. It's just I like a free
Yeah,
moving
that
hand.
always felt really awkward for me too, just seeing that.
I'm
Same
pretty
here.
okay with it. It just lacks some articulation, but I'm pretty okay with it. It's a good look.
I mean, I don't really like it that much. It has to have some type of like main function for me to say it's
I
acceptable.
mean, in the grand scheme of things, it looks good, but I mean, that's just been a pet peeve of mine when you use
Mhm.
those kinds of limbs and stuff. When the way the hands are put on like that, I just don't like that very much.
Yeah, but I can see why, because it kind of has a little bit more articulation on the upper arm part, but still the hand is kind of limited. But when the hand actually has to wield a weapon, it doesn't really work that well with it. Just a
Yeah.
simple move up and down. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, I don't like the upper arms. They're too long. They're too skinny. Compared to
honest-
the rest of the mock, they don't fit.
To be honest, I like the cool shoulder blades, like shoulder pads armor there.
Yeah, I
it looks
do,
cool,
but
but
below
it,
that-
yeah, it just gets too long, and
Yeah,
you gotta have a way to fix
Yeah,
that.
honestly.
And
I agree.
I kind of think it's kind of cool. Like it gives him kind of a transformer named Ultra Magnus. He has like shoulder pads like that, which I always thought those shoulder pads were cool. And seeing them in a Bionicle mock is outstanding and pretty cool. I mean, of course, it's a little bit strange and not completely humanoid, but then again, this is Bionicle. It isn't always aiming for that humanoid-esque figure. So having extra long arms or whatever, that's kind of cool. And also also with the tire, I've seen that tire thing used a lot in recent mocks, and I say it's pretty cool.
Mhm.
So yeah,
It looks like the tires are very loose on this mock. That looks like you can shake his arm and his tires are gonna kind of wobble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because that part's too long under the shoulder pad. That's the only thing
Yeah.
I don't like about the upper arm.
You could use a smaller tire above it or below it, and that would have kept it in place probably a little bit better, and it would have
Yeah.
made that arm look a little bit more solid too.
Yeah.
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 All right, now moving to the most complex and probably the best part of this mock, the torso.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the torso on his sides, how he used the Vizirac legs.
Vizirac legs. Oh yeah.
The feet.
Vizirac feet. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that at all. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've never seen that done before. That's
Yeah.
very interesting.
I like that.
And then the back, very well done with the Technic beam right there. It might have worked better if they somehow rotated it so the spinning fan head was at the top.
Yeah.
Which he could have done that. He just chose not to. He thought it looked better this way.
Well, if you look, there's a black pin, so he kind of needed it, which I can understand. But if there was a way to work around that,
No, like there is.
I
Like
would-
like if you realize that you could flip that upside down. Oh wait, never mind. The black pin. Sorry, I was like saw the bottom one and saw it was a black axle. Anyways, continue.
Or you could use a standard lift arm, and then for the armor, just put like an armor shell on the back of it.
that could work too, yeah. But just suggestions, nothing bad about it. Just suggestions to make it better.
Also, how the arms are attached using a hand connector. That's pretty cool looking.
Hmm.
Like I think
And-
it uses a Vaki waist for the
Yeah.
upper arms, right? So
Yeah.
that is already cool enough because it repeats itself using a Vaki waist for the lower leg connection, and then a Vaki waist for the upper arm connection. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And since this guy uses multiple max, we're gonna talk about the head too. So.
Oh, boy.
Just which mask do you think goes better, the black Kakama or the orange Huna?
Tuna.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Huna as well.
Yeah.
It's not that the Kakama doesn't go well with this, but it's just the Huna works better in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the Kakama looks cool, but if you use the Kakama, it just puts way too much black on there.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Huna
yeah.
balances
Yeah.
out the orange color scheme.
Maybe if you use Photox mask.
Oh yeah, Photox. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
could work.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just the secondary mask that he put on it. It's just a wee bit too much black up there.
Yeah.
Just kind of throws the color scheme off a little bit.
Also, as eye stock, trans blue. I want one of those. Just the head look, like of trans blue, is phenomenal and outstanding. Like seriously.
Yeah, the trans blue eyes work good with the black Kakama too, but
Yeah.
again, Huna is probably better.
It's a very like kind of great aesthetic choice because it just kind of flows well with the black and orange.
Oh, I just realized this. Going back to the torso, I just realized the way his arms connect are the Tometru waist piece.
Oh, okay. Then scratch the previous point I said about having repeated the Vaki waist.
Yeah,
Tricep.
that's a waist piece. Wait, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
it is.
Tometru waist piece. Now, I have failed with this, and I don't see a lot of these that worked well successfully. It is hard to do a full torso with that kind of waist,
Yeah.
with that kind of waist piece. So, considering this, Toa did it well. I'm gonna rate this around a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh, we're
Wait,
rating now.
wait. We didn't talk about the weapon.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
he's already
Um,
rating it. He just loves the mock so much. He's already giving it a rating.
well, I mean the weapon doesn't affect it that much, but we can still talk about it. I mean
Yeah.
the weapon itself is still pretty basic. It's a sickle or a scythe. It still goes well with the mock, but it's pretty basic.
It
Yeah.
does go well, but here's my gripe with it. if like I can understand what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a sickle type thing or a scythe, but you see, I think honestly that hook piece on the top should be at the bottom, and there should be a longer blade at the top
Yeah.
instead of that. But that's just my personal opinion, because when I think scythe, I think giant blade. I don't think little hook thing.
Yeah, I can see
Well,
that.
considering this is a smaller To MOC compared to those we've seen in the past, this scythe or weapon, whatever you want to call it, works well proportionally, in my opinion.
It does, and that is true. But I
Yeah.
mean, personal preference. So
Yeah.
I personally agree with the doc about having a big scythe, but then again, if he doubled the hooks, that would look kind of cooler. But then again, the mocker is limited to his parts in his collection.
Yeah.
So I would want the hook thing to actually be a little bit larger with like a longer axle,
Mhm.
because it just seems kind of a little bit short-sighted, like it's not that long and stuff like that. And also the end, I feel like the end should be also a little tiny blade, like possibly what blade is it? I don't know, like a small little blade.
Is it like the what the 2007 Matoran used as their like weapons? Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Those little dagger pieces.
Yeah.
Well, my rating doesn't change. Still 8.5 out of 10. Really
You said
good
9 last
mock.
time, didn't you?
Love it.
All right. So my rating overall, the mock is amazing. I mean, it's simple, but it's not like so simple that it kills the aesthetic. The Huna is good, and also the Kakama is great as well. But the Huna is overall the better choice, and also the trans blue colors also very, very good. So I'm gonna have to give it a 9.5 a 9 out of 10.
My overall, I like the humanoid aspect of it compared to like the bigger, huger mocks that use like really thick arm joints and stuff. But this just keeps it on a simpler level almost, without making it too simple, if that makes sense. But once again, yeah, the gosh, I can't think of names today. But I like the orange mask compared to the black one just because it just throws off the proportion of orange to black because there's already enough black on there as is. Uh, but overall, it's a very nice mock. I'm gonna go with a 9 out of 10 on this one.
all right. Well, so personally, I think it looks very nice. I like the color scheme and the blue tint. I like the upper arms. So like before they get a little too long, I like the shoulder pieces and stuff. The Huna, I agree, also works better than the Kakama, but the Kakama looks cool too, especially with the trans blue eyes. Again, just a personal thing. The weapon could probably be a little bigger or swished up a little bit so that it kind of, I don't know, would be more. I'm thinking more combat effectiveness here, but it works still, and it looks cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 8 out of 10.
For me, this mock hit kind of close to home. This is like my style of building that I like, is where your limbs aren't too simple, but they usually look pretty good, and then you have a more complex torso that's built up to give it the central image of the mock. Again, that Huna really does look better than the Kakama. If the Kakama was orange or had some orange detailing on it, like custom paint stuff, I think it would definitely do better for it. But as a secondary mask, I think it's okay. Overall, just minor things that could be fixed and make this mock better. But other than that, not much else. So I would go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, so I think that's like a 8.5 overall.
Yeah,
Maybe 9.
let's roll with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the looks of it, yeah.
Mhm. Well, all right. That's been the MOC Mondays. Like, subscribe. If you have any mocks of your own or you know of a mock you'd like us to review, post it in the comments, post a link, and we'll see y'all next time.
See you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Kawaii.